Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, my incessant wanderlust has at least gotten us back to the surface. It is a thing, man. It is just a thing. Anyway, we were exploring the Leinuru wetlands for the most part. I do have a goal in mind, but just every time I just get that wanderlust and off we go into the wilds and yonders. Anyway, my goal this episode, hands down, is to make it over here. This is KAKARIKO Village. At least I'm 98% sure it's KAKARIKO Village. But first, and because there's always a but first, I want to take care of the Lucky Gazette quests for the stables we've already been to. There's 2 of them, and the first one is over here. Careful there, partner. You went and scared all the little birdies away. It's too early to be so loud, you know. You go storming around like that, and it won't be just birds you sent flying for the hills. It's fine, though. I did hear some interesting chirps and warbles from them. I don't want to say this too loud and start a panic, but rumors are spreading about Princess Zelda, that she's been seen riding some mysterious beast. It's said to be a mountain of a beast too, one with huge brutal tusks. My little reporters had never seen something so frightening. And of course, what made it far worse was that it seemed like the princess herself was controlling this terrifying beast. I find that hard to believe a beast like that could really be lurking around Hyrule. But if this terrifying monster exists, then the implications, well, they make this a very huge story. You know, there were guests at the stable talking about some kind of rumored beast. A little bird informers told me that there have been a number of sightings in the subtropical region in the south. If we want to learn more, we should dive beak first into the stable and others to see if there's any truth to these rumors. We just need to peck away at this until we figure out if it's an enticing truth or an elaborate fiction. The beast and the princess. Well, I think I know the 2 we're talking to. I also need to pick up the quest for each of these. Yeah, the empty frame missions. Come on, tell me. There we go. Man, I did not want to talk. I had to wait for this guy to walk over here, I guess. Alright, yeah, we know. So what picture do you want? That's the question. Lady Impa, she told me about these geoglyphs. They showed up all near Hyrule. There's even one near the stable. I'd love to take a picture of it. It's just so big I can't get a panoramic view. Oh. That's an actually easy one. I just need to get some height. I can deal with that myself. I told you, legendary means not rule. What if it's legendarily brittle? Let's start visiting stables to learn about the rumored beast tomorrow. No, first we have to get the legendary weapon. Oh, will you wake up, you 2 ding-dongs? It is not that... Fine. Well, while I'm waiting for those 2 yahoos to, wake up, let me see if I can't actually get a decent bird's eye view of this thing. So, slight problem. I can't use my camera midair. But it's only a slight problem, as I said, because I happen to have a very lovely thing in here. It happens to be a hot air balloon schematic. I did do a little more exploring in the depths here. This is only 6 Zonaite, that's perfect. Mostly it was up in this region. Didn't find too much. They did die a couple times. Did find a new bargainer statue. More importantly, this looks like it's going to be another temple boss refight. Unfortunately, it's not occupied right now. So I guess we'll have to find that particular guy later. This was also where I found a new piece of armor. The Tunic of Time. Doesn't look half bad on Link, though without a set bonus, I'm definitely gonna stick with the Barbarian suit for the time being. Here we go, I got a picture of it. Hopefully it's good enough for you. Huh, you painted a picture of the geoglyph. Can I see it? There you go. Oh wow, they both count. Perfect, here you are. This is exactly the picture I asked for. This would really liven up the look around here. Is it okay if I paint a copy? There you are. Oh, thank you. It's true then. Mysterious geoglyphs have been etched into the ground all over Hyrule. What this is meant to represent, I can't tell, but it certainly evokes a sense of adventure. Now, just give me a moment to whip up reproduction. Don't worry, I'm quite good at this, I promise. I am honestly surprised that counted, but I'm glad it did, because I didn't want to have to whip out something oh my god, he literally just copies the picture. And you got the horses and everything. I knew it! It's perfect for this stable. And it's all thanks to you, Link. Isn't it amazing that there are these huge mysterious things all over Hyrule? Tell you what, if you ever paint a picture of another picture of a geoglyph, I'd be happy to display that instead. Just show me the new picture and I'll get to work copying it. And to show my appreciation, I'm giving you 1 pony point. Oh, that's all this quest is worth? Ugh. Oh, yes, and please take this too. This dish is a stable specialty. Bright tomato mushroom stew. Oh, that's cute. Thank you for a truly splendid picture. Please, feel free to use the stable whenever you want. And there it is, yeah, it's just displayed for the world to see. And, oh, yeah. The stable special is the recipe that's in the stable. Curious. All right, now let's see if we can get some information out of these two. A legendary weapon, you say? Only give that a little more thought. Things with legendary in the title are simply just stories. There's simply no way they exist. But that rumored beast you're after, that's what's just a story. No, go to any stable in Hyrule and you'll find people excited about the rumored beast. Stables are places where information gathers. If it weren't true, you wouldn't hear about it at so many stables. Even if I grant you that, we don't have anything to gain by finding this rumored beast. A legendary weapon, on the other hand, is bound to be strong indeed. We'd have nothing to fear of monsters. And what if this weapon is legendarily brittle and useless, huh? Let's start visiting stables to gather information and track down that rumored beast. I was hoping you two would actually have some real information. What's the news? Rito Village safe. Ah, okay, so this guy's just gonna relate stories that we've already been through. That's cute. Weird. So what do you want for this mission then? Side adventures. The Beast and the Princess. The sightings seem to come from all over, seem to be happening more in the subtropical region in the south. Okay. So this one's just on hiatus. I needed to pick it up, but I can't advance it till I head down to that area. That's fine. Well, in the meantime, let's hit up the other stable that I know about we've hit, and that is the Outskirts stable. Did I don't think I've been down this well or not. I might as well just mark it on the map as a well. More of the old glow shrooms and bright blooms. I need these. These are important. Oh, no, I definitely was not down here. I had earmarked this in a heartbeat. Fairies and luminous stones? Like, sweet beans. I mean, I'll take fairies any chance I can get. These things are stupid useful. Come to me, little fatty. Come on, Linky's not gonna hurt you. There we go. Yeah. Oh, glad to see you made it to Outskirts Stable. None of these horses are quite the charmers, eh? They used to be stabled southwest of here in Gerudo Canyon. When the weather changed after the upheaval, it took that stable by surprise. The horses couldn't handle the extreme temperatures, so I took them in. Say, have you heard any rumors about skeletal horses? If you take that road north, there's a place called the Sanded Park Ruins. Folks say they appear there night after night. Are they spirits of dead horses that can't move on? Or cursed horses born in the upheaval? I'm sorry, I lose my head as soon as the conversation turns to horses. Well, I expect it's just a rumor, but if it were true, I should like to meet one. Interesting. So there are stall horses up here on the surface. But I don't see, oh, there you are. I was wondering where you were, Pen. You're supposed to be at every stable, so I was like, figuring out where you were. Okay, partner, you're here to investigate the rumors too. I've been hearing some interesting chirps and wobbles. Oh, you're also a reporter? I just had a bit of a strange experience, is all. Yes? You see, I was by the debris near the three-way intersection up ahead when a woman came up to me. Please, you have to help her. Her life is in danger. It would only make it worse to reveal who she is. But please, you must save her. Well, that's what she said to me. The woman sounded really desperate, so I decided to follow her. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't keep up. Eventually, I lost track of her. That's all there is to it. Hey, partner. Does something strike you as odd about this person whose identity can't be revealed? And revealing who she is to strangers is dangerous. Could she be someone of great importance? And if her life is already in danger? Well, combining these facts makes me wonder if it isn't actually a particular important person who has gone missing. I can't be sure, of course, but if there's even a slight chance. Well, there's only one way for us to know for sure, though. We'll have to peck away at this news and see what the truth is. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about this whole thing again, why was that woman staring so hard at my hair? How strange. Oh no. Oh no. I'm pretty sure I already know what this is. It's a Giga booby trap, but might as well. Are you the person? No, you're a mushroom person.
Hey.
Hey there, how go the travels? Every travels to contend with monster attacks now and again. But I hear that visiting the Great Fairy might really help with that. The word is that the Great Fairy can use her power to make clothes tough as a set of armor. People say there's a Great Fairy up at the hill on the side of the outskirts. Wonder if she'd help me. Right now the Great Fairy's locked up in a flower bud and won't come out though. Frustrating, isn't it? One more thing to blame on the upheaval. Man, I was kind of hoping you'd actually have, you know, rumors of clothes like the other mushroom lady did. Guess I can't get that lucky. You must be the person we're supposed to meet. Also, you might notice I went and cashed in. I got another heart container and another stamina vessel. Oh no, my poor friend. Please, you must save her. You alright? Blonde hair. I do not know who you are, but I ask that you please help me. My poor weaker friend's life is in danger. I cannot reveal who she is, and that would only make things worse. She's in hiding and unable to move. My friend is in such danger. Please, I cannot help all by myself. Come on, let's go. Oh, thank you so much. My friend is in hiding right now. That is the only way for her to remain undetected by those with ill intent. Well? The direction of the Arakuda. We should go to where my friend is, but be careful not to be seen. We don't want to draw evil to her. I will wait for you down the road. Meet me as soon as you can. Down the road, eh? The woman said she could guide you to the person in need of help and took off down the road to the east. There shouldn't be a problem. That was just rude what we did to that poor guy. Just utter rude. He did not deserve that. No, never mind. It's a black Bogo. He deserved everything I just did to him. All right, lady, I finally made it. Sorry, there was a lot of critters in the road. My apologies for leaving you behind. I was overtaken by my concern for my friend. She's resting safely out of sight. It's the only way to stay safe. I'm sorry that the path is so poor. Up the mountain? Oh, yeah. Could you possibly go to the top of that cliff? We can meet right where you can see the fallen debris. Hey. Oh my goodness. This mission's getting a little ridiculous. Hello. A dandelion. I haven't seen one of those before. Hi. What do I do with you? Cut you down? Oh, you're a Korok seed, aren't you? Yep, thought so. Hey, you found me! Yeah, more of you little rascals. No reason not to while I'm here, I suppose. All right, here we are, top of the world. It is a heck of a trick. Was it here? It must be him then. Oh, I am so rude. You have my apologies. Come now, my friend is waiting ahead. She's waiting nearby, around the debris on the opposite cliff. I'm going ahead and let her know that you're coming. It's a bit far off, but I know you'll be able to make it. This is awfully ridiculous for a Yiga trap. Like, seriously. It's not like I can't make this glide, but still. I mean, we're heading back to the Great Plateau here. There you are. Hello. I'm sorry for all of that. It was important for me to test you. Blonde hair, courage to overcome a challenge, and then another challenge, and another. Oh, and your disgusting unwavering commitment to do good. You are Princess Zelda's chosen bodyguard, the swordsman Link, correct? Mm-hmm. I'm so glad to finally meet you. Now I can take you to the last stop on our little journey. Your grave. Yeah, I kind of figured this was coming. Like, it's a Yiga. Oh, it's multiple. Oh God, it's a lot of Yiga. Oh, I'm not trying to escape. I'm chasing you guys. There we go. I'll let you out this time. But don't expect such mercy next time. Prepare yourself. Sheesh.
Yeah!
Hey, partner! That was some show you put on.
Well?
So this is where your investigation took you. Looks like you really got yourself out on a limb there. I've been scouting from the skies, trying to get to the bottom of that story. I heard that woman was luring people away. I thought I heard her voice, so I swooped on down and hey, here you are, killing her. So, tell me, what have you unearthed? There's a dirty Yiga trap. I see. Who could have guessed that the whole story could be an elaborate trap set by the Yiga clan? If you didn't know, there's a group of assassins trying to bring down the kingdom of Hyrule. I heard they were good at disguising themselves, but playing the part of a villager, I never would have guessed. And all to flush out the swordsman who protects the princess. They thought you, a young up-and-coming reporter who just happened to have blonde hair. They believed you were actually that swordsman? Well, that's just bad luck for you. You've definitely got some skills, though. If you could escape from the Yiga clan, I'm proud of you, partner. Glad I didn't have to write a headline like, Junior reporter falls to the cruel blade of the Yiga in pursuit of truth. We've worked together to chase down 4 of the stories relating to Princess Zelda now. Go on and add this to your nest egg, partner. Another 50. And just one other thing. Tracy sent along a bonus for all the hard work. Ah, the first piece of the froggy gear. Nice.
Oh.
It's pretty rare gear that'll make it easier to keep your grip on walls, even on rainy days. It's not a pair of wings, but I'm sure it'll still help you reach new heights, partner. Anyway, it's time I took off and turned these unusual details into an article. You take care, partner. So long! Well, that takes care of all the stables we can do at this point, because the other one requires an area I haven't been to yet. Sweet. In the meantime, let's see if we can't make it to KAKARIKO. Oh, hello. There's another one of those dandelions here. Let's gonna knock that out real quick. Assuming, of course, I can actually climb up here and not break my ass. Oh, right, my weapon just broke. Come on. Come on. Gotcha. Here we are, another Korok in the bin. And if I had to guess, this is gonna get me right to KAKARIKO. Is this covering up something? It is. It's covering up a treasure chest. With a little bit of amber in it. Nothing wrong with that. Money's money. And a silent shroom. I haven't seen one of those yet. Oh, there's a dispenser up there? Detour. Ah, here we are, the actual village. Oh, there's a shrine up here too. That'll be handy. KAKARIKO Village. Finally made it to KAKARIKO Village. Ugh, after all this time. All right, what's in this dispenser? What do we got here? I see balloons, big wheels, stabilizers, and fans. Okay, definitely worth grabbing a couple loads of this one. Damn, check that out. Also, Makasura Shrine, but also, yep, the ring ruins. Need that for one of my stable shots. Perfect. We'll bank that and see what's in the shrine. An upright device. Okay. What kind of upright device are we going to be dealing with? Oh. These are the stabilizers. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I've got an idea. Wait, I need to know if this is going to work. This is going to be hilarious if this works. Oh. Hi, I didn't see you there. I didn't notice it. Whee! Oh my god, dude, I flew. That is bonkers. I love it. Oh, I bet I can use you to ascend over this. Right, buddy? Yep. Come on. Perfect. I'll just hop right over. I see. I see, and I see the chest too, so double bonus. Let's rotate this around. Launch me! I said launch me. I said launch me! Launch me, please. Thank you. Fairy tonic? You juiced a fairy? You monsters. Why would you waste a perfectly good fairy like that? Seriously. It's just so wasteful. Like, the fairies are so much better as a base item because they just auto-heal you. Like, why would you just juice one for 2 extra hearts? It's so wasteful. Alright, get up there. My god, I think I almost made that in one shot. Alright. Time for me to get up there. Actually, oh, there it is. It's still trying. It still might very well be a hole-in-one, eventually. No, I think it's screwed up. Come on. There, get in the hole. A launch pad. I see how this is going to go. This is gonna be a hell of a thing. Holy crap! Yeah, that was indeed a hell of a launch. Dude, those things are, they're handy. All right, village proper finally. They're also high up? Okay there, kid. Did you come to see the ring ruins too? We might bump into each other when you're running around the village seeing the sights. If you want to learn about the ring ruins, be sure to ask the Zonaite survey team of people here, or the village chief. You'll find her and a few of the members using one of the ring ruins, the one floating to the north side of the village. Ah, they're the most amazing sight to see in Hyrule. Of all the ruins that fill everywhere, these ring-shaped wonders are only in this village. 5 of them, even. They found a stone slab with Zonaite writing in 4 of the ruins. Those ancient messages are the main reason I came to the village, you know? The problem is, I have an extreme fear of heights. My legs start shaking if I'm even on the 2nd floor of a house. And every ring ruin fell somewhere high up. One of the ruins is even floating above part of the village, so at least I could see it from below. The other 4, though, I forget about it, I can't even get close. I wish I could find out what's on the stone slabs in each of those ruins. A trip through history. Is this a shop? Might as well just go. Lady, your shop is barren.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. I'm sorry. The old fellas who stocked this place are busy driving off monsters. They've gone off to the ring ruin that's among the hills that lead west of the village. So as you can see, we've almost run out of goods. But those two, they just don't get along. They're going to stand in the way of their taking care of the people up there. I can't go and check up on them, and the longer they're away, the more worried I get.
Codger's quarrel? Oh boy.
Dear me, apologies for going on and on about my old worries. So, what can I help you with?
Interesting. I suspect there's going to be many side quests throughout KAKARIKO. I suppose I should poke my nose at all the shops just to see. Ooh. We have Aracuda materials for sale? And arrows. I definitely always want more arrows. Hand them all over. All 2 bunches of them. Sheesh.
If Lurlin Village had more archers like you, then maybe things wouldn't have happened.
Eh?
If you want to hear about my hometown, I could talk your ear off. Lurlin Village is a small fishing town on the southeastern coast. It may be out of the way, but it has shops and such you'll find only there. Our village is a lovely place. But then, It was seized by pirates, and everyone had to abandon the village. The villagers are scattered all over now. The leader of the village is desperate to save Lurelin, but who knows what'll happen. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to take us in such dark directions. No helping it.
Interesting. It seems I might be headed down that way at some point. Well, that's the inn. They're also... Wow, oh god, the frame rate in town. Welcome, friend. The Zelda is feeling heavy? Then you've come to the right place. Pick any bed in the inn and it's yours for a paltry 10,000... Not a chance in hell. I'm joking. You should have seen the look on your face. Whew. Yeah, I don't even care. I stopped by hoping to catch some Z's when the owner up and asked me to keep an eye on the place. He said he had to go make up the beds in the survey team tents and he'd be right back, but I don't think he's actually coming back. I went to look for him, but there's 4 tent camps in the village and only one me. Could you track down the owner and tell him to come back already? If you run across some sleepy-looking guy spaced out, you've probably found your man. My god, I was joking about the amount of side quests around here. Jiminy Christmas. Like, seriously? Lady Paya? Lady Paya! Impa's assistant!
Yeah.
The ring ruins are the most intriguing ruins I've researched. Especially this one, the way part of it floats up there. You had the foresight to focus on all of the special ruins and invite the survey team to take a look right away. I'm impressed, Chief Paya. Oh no, I'm no chief. I just couldn't refuse my predecessor when she decided to pass the title to me, rather suddenly. I'm getting a chief in name only, since I still have a great deal to...
Oh my god, she's even got the big goofy hat now.
Oh, is that you, Master Link? I'm so happy that I get to see you again.
She's the chief now. Impa used to be the chief. That's interesting.
I'm overjoyed that both you and Princess Zelda are safe, Master Link.
Well, one of us is safe. Zelda's still missing.
What? Princess Zelda is still missing? That just confuses the matter more. You see, I actually met with the princess not too long ago. It was immediately after the upheaval. Princess Zelda came here to KAKARIKO village.
Really? And she just gets around, doesn't she?
She ordered us all to stay far away from the ring ruin that floats above us, no matter what. I saw her myself, the princess, right before my eyes.
She left as soon as she arrived. I wasn't able to ask her anything more about those unusual instructions. We thought it was to protect the villagers from harm. The ruin does look like it could crash down at any moment. That's a Payan, I suspect at least.
Oh, but still, I know you would not misspeak, Master Link, especially on a matter of such importance. Very confusing. Oh, my apologies, Master Link. I was so pleased to see you, I completely forgot common courtesy. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Toro, an esteemed member of the Zonaite survey team. I invited him here to investigate the ring ruins that fell on our village. He has incredibly deep knowledge of the Zonaite civilization. He's even familiar with Zonaite script. He's truly an incredibly talented individual.
It's clear that the floating ring ruin that we were forbidden to explore is a unique and incredibly valuable find. Several more ring ruins with such a shape have fallen down around the village. Most are broken apart in some way. What's fascinating is that a stone slab was written with writing was found at each site. Deciphering the text showed that each slab contained rather interesting content, including mention of sages. There's still so much we don't understand. Sages, you say? I think that perhaps the ruin floating in the air also has a slab that makes mention of the sages. I can't investigate as that would go against Princess Zelda's direct orders, however. If only I could meet with her again, I'm sure I could persuade her to change her mind. In any case, I'm having trouble squaring your story about Princess Zelda with the Zelda we met. If everything is alright, why won't she just show herself?
Oh, she must have some reason. Until we find out Princess Zelda's true intention, we have no choice but to trust her and leave that ruin alone.
And she even gets a profile. Chief of the Sheikah tribe. She takes the duty she inherited from her grandmother, Impa, seriously, and she draws strength in her own way from being a gentle soul at heart. She has considerable affection for Link, in part because of her grandmother's many tales about the hero who deleted the camp. Yeah, I remember her. She had this giant crush on Link, and it was honestly kind of adorable. Is this a shop? What kind of shop is this?
Yeah.
Link, good of you to come. Too curious to stay away again. You know it. I thought so. I'm glad to see you showing an interest in my work.
This is a picture of the stone tablet that fell from the sky at Lookout Landing. I managed to decipher the inscription on it using my notes on ancient Hyrulean I had in storage at the research lab here. Here's what it says. Odas held I Onoi als Olmanche to King Vararu und King Sonja, thereafter to his sister und to Princess Zelda. He on death Gradstan of 12 more whittle make end in time with the royal family. What the heck are you saying? For the sake of him on whom our hope rests. Okay. There's not much to go on, but you can clearly read the names of King Rauru and Queen Sonja, the founders of Hyrule. The name Zelda is clearly legible elsewhere in the text, you know? The author finishes by saying that she will write about the royal family's daily lives in 13 segments. It certainly seems to be a royal diary left behind by a chamberlain, someone of equivalent station. The part that catches my attention is the third name mentioned, Zelda. There's no record of anyone by that name in any of the other texts we've unearthed so far. But this is evidence that the name Zelda is much older than the princess. It dates back all the way to Hyrule's founding. You know, when our Zelda got thrown back to Hyrule's founding. What's written here must be the start of a first-hand account of Hyrule. Did you notice the number 13 there? That means there are 12 more stone tablets to be found. If a royal chamberlain really left these, it's an interesting perspective on the day-to-day life of the era, one which the history books don't mention. And there's so much we could learn here of King Rauru, Queen Sonja, or even this curious woman named Zelda. 12 stone tablets left. Fascinating. If you happen to find more stone tablets on your travels, get some kind of visual evidence of them and show it to me. I'll make sure there's a nice reward in it for you. Oh, mother humper. Oh. You'll need to capture all 12 stone tablets. Oh, you mother. Fudge me. Oh, I've already seen a couple of these too. Oh. Like there's one here, which I really should mark. Okay, so we're gonna mark all the ones that I know of. They're always on these little star marks. So if I mark off all of these that I've seen so far, it'll make my life a little easier finding the ones I need. I mean, obviously I haven't taken any pictures of any of these. I know there's another one right here somewhere. Where are you? Not you. Right, there it was. There's 12 of these? Oh, there's another one. Getting to these is gonna be a treat, let me tell you. This might be the excuse I need to bring out the old sky freaking copter again. Well, that's a mission. 12 of those hello! Yes, good morning to you too, chickens! Oh, welcome. Sorry, must have just drifted off. I'm just so tired lately. Oh, look, I know it won't help to talk about it, but I'm really gonna do it anyway. My grandmother's really sick. I'm running the shop while my little sister Lassie is looking after her. We're sort of getting by, but we're both so exhausted. I'm sorry about this, but we really need money for grandmother's treatment. I've had to hike up the prices on everything we have in stock. Oh no. It's just for now though. As soon as grandmother's healthy again, I can set our prices back to normal. Oh, I know I shouldn't bring my home situation into the shop with me. How bad is it? Oh, it's nice to get off my chest, but I probably shouldn't have dumped all that on a customer. Okay, time to salvage my professionalism. I'm so sorry about that. Allow me to welcome you to Enchanted. Anyway, you can't get your hands on CC branded fashion unless you go straight to Hateno Village. But why go there when you can meet all your fashion and needs right here? With style and quality. What's going on at home? Oh, you see my grandmother's sick in bed with a strange illness, and my little sister Lassie volunteered to take care of her. Lassie was supposed to be studying fashion at Southeastern Hateno by now. But she loves our grandmother so much that she's put her dreams on hold. I'm sorry about this, but we really need money for grandmother's treatment. Oh no. Okay. How bad are the prices? And what is this set? Oh my forking goodness. 5,000? Oh my. Nope. Lady, you be dreamin'. Like dreamin'. Oh, what to do? At this rate, Grandma's health isn't going to go. Oh, and Claire's so busy running the clothing shop. I'll just have to do it myself. I'll find a cure for my grandmother.
What's wrong?
Are you a traveller? I guess it doesn't really matter who you are so long as you're willing to listen. You see, it's my grandmother. She got too close to that nasty gloom stuff, and now she's sick and bedridden. Porridge is about the only thing she can keep down right now, too. I've been trying to mix in ingredients that can help with gloom sickness, but none of them have had any effect. I need to cook a porridge that will make my grandmother better.
Porridge. I know how to make gloom-resistant stuff, but how do you make porridge?
Oh, it's my grandmother's favorite, made of Hylian rice, fresh milk, and wild greens. You might not normally think to mix those ingredients, but it's surprisingly good. I bought a bunch of Hylian rice and milk from the merchants who travel the road to the west, so I'm not hunting for those. But I still haven't found that crucial ingredient that fights off gloom sickness.
Interesting. Well, I think we can manage that. Alright, so wild greens. Hylian rice. Fresh milk. And a Sundelion. This should do it. Sunny veggie porridge. Perfect.
Oh, she's just getting worse and worse. I need to hurry and make her a porridge that will help her with gloom sickness.
I got it.
Huh? What is that gentle aroma? Is that porridge I smell? How could it be? Did you make a porridge that could help with gloom sickness?
Here you are.
What did you say this was again? A sunny veggie porridge? I've never made anything sunny before. Maybe this will help with Grandma. Well, Grandmother, how is it? Thank you, Leslie. That was the first meal I've been able to finish in quite a while. Oh, Grandmother, your complexion! The color's coming back to your cheeks. Hey, look! Are you seeing this? A few bites of your sunny veggie porridge, and it's like she was never even sick. Oh, so you were the one who made that porridge for me. Such a gentle flavor. It didn't just nourish my body, but my spirit too. Thanks to you and my granddaughter, it seems I'll be around for a long time yet. I'm so grateful to the both of you. Grandmother, what are you doing up? Oh, Clary, I'm so sorry I worried you. But this nice young man made me a wonderful sunny veggie porridge, so I'm feeling much better now. Hold on. You're doing much better? After one bowl of porridge? And I've been trying to fleece customers for 5,000 rupees for a piece of gear. I guess I knew that was Leslie's plan, but I'm still amazed it actually worked. Now that I'm feeling better, you should hurry and prepare for your journey, Leslie. You knew? Well, you can't get anything by her, Leslie.
Oh, sorry, that's Clary.
Oh, Grandmother and I can take care of Enchanted by ourselves. Trust me, you deserve this. Clary, are you sure you don't want to go study with her? Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But there's something else I want more. I want to make Enchanted a success, right? Here in beloved KAKARIKO, right next to my beloved grandmother. And I dream of someday filling our store wall to wall with outfits you designed, Leslie. So don't worry about me. Go study hard in Nintendo and come back to us a fashion icon. Oh, you mean it? Oh, thank you, Clary.
Too many female voices.
And thank you, Grandmother. Well, now that Grandmother's all better, I think it's time I head back to the shop. I've got to make sure our prices are back to normal and everything's ready for the customers. You should come by Enchanted yourself. Oh, thank you so much for your help. I made a lot of porridge trying to find a cure for my grandmother. We won't be able to eat it all by ourselves. I think it turned out pretty tasty though, so I'd love to give you some to take on your journey.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah!
I'm going to work hard for my big sister. Just watch, I'll be a fashion designer who changes the world.
Well, sweet, that takes care of that little goofer. Oh, hey, there's a well here. I found a well in KAKARIKO Village. Is there anything inside of it? Oh my. Most wells don't have ancient level architecture in them, so what's going on here? Hello? Oh dear. That's concerning whenever I start seeing Yiga stuff. Should I be concerned? I feel like I should be concerned. Lit torches around here. I'm following a trail of apples. I feel like I'm about to get an ambush. Whoa. Somebody's got a secret stash. My beloved husband always gives it his all when working in service of others. I admire that about him. He's been working himself to the bone ever since being granted the honor of guarding Lady Impa. I wish for him to always be in good health and good spirits. That's why I made him a tough meat-stuffed pumpkin using fortified pumpkin and fresh meat. I was thrilled that he kept saying it was tasty and going back for more. Hope it filled his heart as well as his stomach. My little Katla, my perfect girl. I love her so very much. She truly is the apple of my eye. Speaking of apples, she seems to have quite the taste for hot buttered apple. She's always an adorable little squirrel, always stuffing her cheeks full of them. If I could, I would coat endless amounts of apples in goat butter. Coco is my precious treasure. As a sibling, she's an absolute sweetheart. She cares so deeply for her little sister. Ever since Katla was born, Coco doesn't ever whine or complain anymore. She's so strong and so wonderful. Luckily, Mommy knows that Coco loves energizing honeyed apples. It's a tad difficult to collect honey, but as long as I carry fire with me, the bees don't attack. I would go to any length. Aww. A couple free recipes and bonus, some swift carrots and some fancy pumpkins. Silent Princess. I just used send to get out of the well and I was like, oh, okay. Apparently it put me all the way at the top of the mountain here, jeez. While I'm here, I need to find the guy, right? Is the guy here? There is nobody here. Oh, good, there's still a statue here? Where are they gone? Where are chickens going? Why are chickens moving? The heck? Where for chickens go? This is not normal chicken behavior for you two to be marching in a line. Sorry. I didn't mean to pick you up. Didn't know that was an option there. We are officially outside town now because Tulin just popped up. And these chickens are still just walking. Where the heck are you two going? This better lead to something amazing, or I'm just wasting my time following chickens. Yes, I'm following you. Where are you going? I mean, at least you're leading me to random pickups here. Oh, there's a cave there. Oh, the chickens are going for the cave, where there are more chickens. The cuckoo hideaway. Oh, you little rascals have been. That's right, I'm stealing all your eggs. You little rascals. Oh, hello. This goes down a little deeper. Guessing our booble frog's down here. Oh, hi. No, there's a light too. Let me change weapons. There we go.
Yup.
Knock, knock. Another 8-fold blade. You guys are handing me more of those and I'm a little concerned, I'll be honest. Just because I know those are a Yiga weapon. Where's my bombs? There they are. Back up, Tulip. That does make quite a handy mess. Ah, there's the booble. Right in his little face. Thank you. Another booble gem. Hello. The stone slab at the southern ring ruin. Some translation notes. who protect of Hyrule from the Demon King together. King. There were known as sages. And I take from this that about a facet of Hyrule as it was in those days. If I were to guess at how to fill in the gap, it'd go something like, there were those known as sages who protected the kingdom of Hyrule from the Demon King. Interesting. Suppose I can't read it myself because, you know, Link don't know how to read Zonai. Excuse me?
Yes, what is it? I need to get back to my Sunderline investigation as soon as possible. I'm sure travelers will be coming to see the stone slab soon and... Oh, I just don't have time for this.
Stone slab.
Oh, we call the rings up ahead the ring ruins. They're remnants of ancient Zonaite civilization. These ruins fell from the sky. Inside we find stone slabs carved with writing. The text on the slab is from the Zonaite civilization, so it's beyond me. But our leader has studied the Zonaite language pretty thoroughly and has an idea of what it all means. According to him, the stone slab in these ruins is a record of Hyrule during those ancient days. It says that some people called sages kept the kingdom safe from some kind of demon king. I can't remember exactly what the slab says. Why bother when the translation is right next to it? Besides, my hands are full with my Sunderline research. I don't have time to get into the weeds with sages and demon kings and whatnot. Oh, sorry, just thinking out loud. Now, please excuse me. I have to hurry back to my Sunderline research. Oh, it's a new species of plant. The first one was found on ruins that fell from the sky. I believe that means they grow on the Sky Islands. I'm still in the middle of my investigation, but early results indicate that they have some sort of relationship with the gloom. If I can prove that, I think they might help those suffering from gloom exposure or aid our research at the depths. In any case, it's rare to find them on the surface, so I'm using the village's plum garden to see if I can cultivate them. Thanks to the chief's decision, the Zonaite survey team has made a lot of progress. If you don't mind, I have research to do. If you're curious, ask around. Everyone on the survey team is knowledgeable about something.
Interesting. Whoa. That's a big-ass chasm there.
I'd think that a chasm would open so close to a village. This wants constant observation.
Zadis is leading the Ring Ruins investigation, so that leaves me free to focus on the gloom. I'll leave you to it.
Once the Ring Ruins investigation is finished, I can always return to my study of the depths.
And what did you do? Just bottle up a bit of it? Sheesh. That seems dangerous. Here's the second translation. The stone slab at the eastern ruins. Wind, flame, water, lightning, and time. Light. Who holds the power, secret stone. And that person, dwell within, power, amplify, great might, display. The thrust of the message on this stab is about something called secret stones. Those who held power such as wind, flame, water, lightning, and light and time amplified them with secret stones. They used the stones to attain great might to accomplish their goals. That's what I'm guessing it would say if we could read the whole thing at least. Well, we do have confirmation there, and hi. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I gotta keep finding more of these ruins. I wonder, maybe I could get to the top of this one here. Oh, come on.
You!
What the heck? Dick. Haven't you heard? It's strictly forbidden to get near that ring ruin by Princess Zelda's orders. So you better be on your way. You heard me. Princess Zelda came out to KAKARIKO the other day and told everyone to steer clear of this one. She left in a hurry, so I didn't quite catch the why of it all. As you've surely noticed, these ruins could come crumbling down at any time. So folks need to keep away, they don't get injured. I'm sure that's where her concerns were coming from. Great. And bonus, it's raining. Just my luck. There we go. Finally made it up here. And oh no. My lovely hearty truffle, fondness of my dreams. Your aroma is unmistakable. You may hide what my nose knows. Oh dear. Oh, wake up! Oh, please wake up! Sakaru's not far off when he finds out someone's been sleeping on one of the stone slabs, a priceless artifact. I'll be the one who gets it. Is this the inn owner? Huh? The inn owner's him! That idiot over here! He came to change our beds, but then I realized he'd fallen sound asleep. Nothing wakes him up. Starts shouting and shaking, nothing. What's more, he decided to doze off on top of this priceless stone slab. He's been saying truffle now and then. Maybe he's having a dream of eating a hearty truffle. Wonder if he'd wake up if he smelled one right under his nose. But it's hard to find a hearty truffle. They're pretty rare. I did find one, however. It was bobbing along onto that waterfall. I don't know if somebody dropped the truffle from there, if it floated in from somewhere else. at any rate, I hope we get off the stone slab soon. Let me see if I might have one. I might have actually cooked them all, though. That could be a problem. Oh, hearty truffle, do I have any of you left? Sad to say, I do not. I stink and cook them all. Well, poo. Alright, well, at least I know where the guy is now. And, hi. Oh, you must be the location of all the ruins. Well, man, I just got up here too, and now I gotta go all the way back that way, across to the waterfall. Poo. Poo, I say. Well, let me get up first. I can at least get this one first. Oh, hello. There's a chest in here. I was just looking for the notes, but I'll take this. What we got here? Oh, dang. I could use more of those. I spent all of mine already. And this is probably a Korok. Yep, should have known. Yeah, there you go. Ow, sorry. Apparently I can drop them on their heads afterwards. Well, this is unfortunately not getting me what I need, which is a hearty truffle. Uh-oh, this ring ruin looks infested. There'll be monsters in there. What are you two doing? I just don't know when to stop going on and on. That best defense is a good offense option. And now here we are, the sun's gone down. We haven't gotten any closer to getting rid of those monsters. And we won't as long as you keep turning it upside down. The best offense is not a good defense. It's offense. Ah, you stubborn old codger. Oh. Oh, okay. I see how this is gonna go. I gotta go clean house. And clean house I shall! Thought that would do more damage. That did good. Dick! Oh, there's even a chest over here. I will ragdoll you all day, buddy. I'll take that fancy hammer of yours. And the chest. 5 giant bright bloom seeds. Yes, please. And one jerk up there who thinks he's a better shot than I am. Not a chance in hell. Sweet. Now, about that translation. There it is. I knew there had to be one here. I'll deal with the rocks here in a second. Those who most elite among the granted qualifications are chosen as sages. Those worthy, secret stones, worthy, and henceforth sages. Clearly the sages are the subject of this slab. Filling in the blanks, I think it's basically saying, talented individuals become sages by taking up secret stones. Okay, yeah, we kind of figured that. More importantly, however, little construction going on over here. Another chest? Another large Zonaite, perhaps? Or maybe a large charge? Or a fancy sword? Alright, guys, I cleaned the mess up for you.
What?
Oh, you defeated all the monsters. Just who are you? I'm Link, you ding-dongs. That was some kind of fighting he did there, Oaken. He came out with a giant explosion and then suddenly they were all dead. It sure was. Full grasp of defense and a strong hand with offense. Have I said the wrong all these years? It's plain as day now. You can't defeat your enemies purely with defense. No, I had it wrong. If you just attack, you're going to get hurt. Or worse. Well, the important thing is that we've realized the truth before it's too late. We need a balance between the two. And this fine fighter here, well, he showed us the way. I don't know if it's a good reward, but Oaken knows a thing or two about defense. I'm all about offense. Not that there's much a warrior like you could learn from the likes of us, but glad to help if we can. Well, now that the monsters are gone, I suggest we head back to the village. Ah, right, I bet my Trish's store is running low on goods right about now. The people there must be dig-need. Well, at least I'll be able to check up on that particular quest line. I still need a hearty truffle, however. Oh, hey, there's a cave, it looks like. KAKARIKO Village Cave. Just KAKARIKO Village Cave, I guess. All right, well, there should hopefully be some hearty truffles in here somewhere, with any luck. Hello, hearty truffles. Are you in here? A fun, easiest way to just make sure anything it highlights is detective vision, aka Ultrahand. It's surprisingly useful for finding items. There's one. There's our hearty truffle. Perfect. Of course, I still need to find our buddy, the good old Booble Frog, wherever he's wandered off to. Ah, there you are. Hi. You broke my bow, buddy. You broke my bow. Still worth. All right, dude. I got your hearty truffle. Hey, now, get your feet off the stone slab. Oh, sorry. How am I supposed to give him the truffle then? This is one of the priceless artifacts from the ring ruin, so please be careful. The bloody translation's right here. Seriously. The Demon King, vast power, no hope, victory, king's own life, managed to imprison him. Oh, this is talking about how Rauru imprisoned Ganondorf. Imprison, not indefinitely. Prepare, demon, revival. We sages must leave our knowledge, future generations. Reading between the lines, the stone slab seems to be a record of how the king in those days challenged the Demon King. If I had to extrapolate the meaning, I guess it's something like this. The reigning king determined that they were no match for the Demon King and gave his own life to imprison the threat. The sages tried to leave something for the people of the future who would have to prepare for the Demon King's revival. Yeah, that we did. That we did. Uh-oh. There'd be a blood moon coming. That's not good. Here, buddy. Here's your hearty truffle. A gentle aroma with a strong, hearty undertone. My dear hearty truffle, I have you now! Wait. What? Oh god, it was just a dream, wasn't it? Dagnabbit. Huh? Was that just a dream? And where am I? Oh, that's right, I was changing the beds! Anyway, thank you for waking me up. I need to hurry back to the inn. Oh, that traveler's going to be so mad at me. I want that back. Thank you. I know, sorry. I had to get my truffle back. Sheesh. It was important. All right, let's see if these are a little more reasonable. They are indeed. They're still not cheap, but it's not bad. May have to come back and start snagging some of these every now and then, but for the time being, they're not outfits I desperately need. Hey there, going without sleep to see the sights, huh? So, did you visit the ring ruins? What if I wasn't scared of heights? Yeah, I found them all. I've read all 4 of them. What? You went to see them for me? So, what did they say? They said a lot. Back in ancient Hyrule, people called sages protected the kingdom. Ah, how fascinating. I bet those sages were nearly as strong and wise as Princess Zelda herself. Or she was one of them, because we saw that. I feel bad about asking you to find all this out for me since you're sightseeing too. But we're so close now. I need to know what each of them says. Yeah, I know what the second one does. You had to see more? Dang, man, you were busy. There were once people blessed by wind, fire, water, and lightning, as well as time and light. And these people used secret stones to amplify these powers. Wow. They also had some pretty amazing rocks way back when, huh? Thanks so much for that. Only 2 left. How about 3 and 4? What, you had to see even more? What was written on that one? Well, so this ancient battle, the king and all the sages fought the Demon King, but they couldn't defeat him. Still, they tried to leave a glimmer of hope behind for the people of the future. For us. Well, that's really something. Huh. Hey, do you think the upheaval is some kind of sign of the Demon King's resurrection, do you? Yep. It can't be right. I must be overthinking things. Thanks for telling me about that slab. Truly fascinating stuff. Just one left, and I know what it is. Well, you had to see the last one too? What was on that one? So it's not enough to be exceptional. You need a secret stone to be a sage. Or so it seems at least. But what in the heck is a secret stone? If it's that special, I'm sure its beauty would put a diamond to shame. So that was the 4th one. I see. Wait a sec. If you look at all these slabs, don't they seem to read like one single message? You don't think? Could the rest of the message be on a slab in the floating ring ruin? Oh, but why? Oh, this is impossible. Trying to figure this stuff out is making my head hurt.
Oh well, at the end of the day I learned a little something about the history. Thank you for everything. From one sightseer to another, I'd like to reward you with one of my personal favourite travel necessities.
Thunderwing butterflies.
Those are thunderwings. I caught these little insects on my travels through the Farron region. They only come out in the rain, you know. You can boil them with monster pus to make an elixir that grants you resistance to electricity. Remember that. Come in handy on your travels, take it from me. Alright, I'll see you around then.
That wasn't too bad. Start turning in all these darn little side quests. Hey there, sounds like I got you to thank for waking this idiot up. No more watching the end for me. Here's a little something for give me back my free time. Dang, I could have used that earlier. It's a high quality concoction made of 4 sticky frogs and a boko horn. Should come in handy on your rainy day adventures. Right then, I'd finally take that dang nap. Might even splurge on a soft bed, you know? All the missions to turn in. All the missions to turn in. Hey, you guys look stocked up.
Oh, visitor, I heard the news. You've done us a huge favour. Those two have been arguing about offense and defense since they were barely old enough to walk. They just praised each other's vegetables, and now it's like a brand new day for those old coots. We've also got some stock back in, so it's happy days all around. Oh, that reminds me, please take this.
Ooh.
That's called an Endura carrot. Cook it to gain stamina. It's a precious natural remedy. It's been prized since old times and it's become remarkably rare of late. Please take it with you on your journey. Oh, thank you, truly.
Wait, you have another quest?
Oh, hello. Welcome in again. Those old coots finally made up, so I have a strong stock of ingredients for sale again. Except, there is one little problem. Bird eggs are still in short supply around here.
Damn, I just grabbed a nest of those things.
The cuckoos lay their eggs every morning. Of course, they've just started laying them in a new spot.
Oh my god, they're part of a quest?
I tried following them once to find their new nesting place, but I'm not as quick on my feet as I once was. Given how well our bird eggs sell, I'd usually like having 10 or so on hand so I could easily restock them. But, oh well.
Well, lucky me, I just cleaned them out. Here you go.
What? You only bought me 10 bird eggs?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what a kind-hearted thing to do. Thank you so very much. Of course, I'll not take them off your hands without paying.
Nice.
I know it's not much, but that should still be more than you'd normally get. Here, let me just put these on display. There, now both my shelves and my hearts are full. Please come again.
Wow. Follow the cuckoos and immediately completed it. Ooh, goat butter, I need those. Take them all. I don't have any of those. Well, you know what? I think that's a good spot to stop for now. I think I've knocked out most of the side quests in this area. It's good to have KAKARIKO done, but it's not everything that needs to get done. Next, we gotta work our way down here and figure out how to find a Tenno village, which I'm guessing is over here. If I'm guessing, I think this area is where all of the Hylian villages are, because that is definitely Zora's domain. And then if we go further up here, well, that's Death Mountain. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more getting lost in Hyrule. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.